Imagine driving in. This is Lower Kabete, guys. This is what you get. This is a very beautiful villa. This is your parking lot as you drive in. As you park, you check out with your car. Then in to your left. This is your left. It's not functioning at the moment, but it's under maintenance. But we can always use the stairs. But before the stairs, let me show you all the parking space you have. This is all your parking space. Just right as you drive in. All this. Come, let me show you. All this is your parking space over here. You can park your car over here. These are rooftop terrace. They really did a good thing with the space. Just imagine having 2, 3, 4 cars up here. Okay. You can also use the rooftop terrace just in front of us. You can all see this. This is just a beautiful view. No neighbors around, no construction coming in. All you see is just tree. This is truly, truly beautiful. Welcome to Nairobi's best kept secret, Lower Kabete, nested just 8 kilometers northwest of the city center.
This is not just a location, it's a lifestyle. And today, we are taking you inside an absolutely breathtaking 5-bedroom all-ensuite villa that defines modern luxury.
Complete with a private garden, a terrace, home lift, entertainment wing, and a jacuzzi in the master bedroom. Welcome. Mansur, take us around. So over here, this is a Manzera's old cladding. I love the way they've done all this just to give the house the beauty about it. Yeah. And then from the garden, as much as it's a bit slope, I love the way they put on the grass all around. So this one, they're gonna remove it, or they're gonna remove this one. This was just because the house is not yet finished. So you have a small garden over here. The famous snake plant, I usually love this. It gives the house a very good feel. I love the grass. The grass actually makes it very nice. This is, you can see, you have your neighbors from that side, just overlooking your neighbor. The house looks at your neighbors on the opposite side, and then you have your neighbors on that side, left and right. And then you have a space for, this is your space. All this is your space. This is your washing area, your fan goes all the way out. This is now this is for the neighbors. The neighbors come on all the way this side. This is the next door. So you can always, there's no, one thing, disadvantage, I can see there's no way you can close it here. But if you choose to, you can always just have a temporary or a permanent something just hold on this one. For someone in case you have a pet or a dog, so that at least doesn't come into the neighbor. So, Mansoor, tell us more about this one over here.
So this is a pergola outdoor. It shields you from the scorching sun and the tremendous pours.
No, tremendous pours. Yeah. Oh, hey, that's a nice English.
Yeah, that's in other words I'm just saying. Just heavy rains.
Heavy rains.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And the terrace is quite spacious on it. We can have, it can host about, you can have your barbecue area over here or a wine area. You can always set up a small gazebo, just a small one, yeah?
A small gazebo.
You can just put it over here. And then I love the way the lights are outside, just putting all the way. They give space to everything. So the pergola is an extension.
Yeah, it's an extension.
For this one, just brings, so that at least makes the garden looks a bit bigger.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's actually quite nice. And I love the wall, the way the wall is. Actually, I love it. So the paintwork, all of it is nice. And then you have a glass window. that looks from the inside and outside on this side. And
Yeah,
then
it's
you also
actually a sliding glass window.
sliding glass window all the
Yeah.
way up to
Yeah,
there.
that leads you to the interrupted view of the garden.
Nice. So you can always enjoy the garden also from this side.
Yeah, from this side.
Just when you're enjoying your tea, your coffee, all that. Okay.
Exactly.
Also this one also over here. This is your visitors. Can use it as a visitor's bedroom.
Yeah, visitor's bedroom.
And also you have an advantage they can use. It's a slide door just open all the way to the garden.
All the way to the garden.
One of the advantages about staying. If you come and visit me, if you stay in this one of the advantages is that you'll get see the garden over here.
Yeah. As you're here, I've also noticed there's a light in the garden. There's a light in the garden, so that doesn't limit you from accessing the garden in the evening or at night times. So it's also a good idea.
It's also a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that one. The fact that you also have your entrance just coming in. You can always go on your evening walks and all that. All your visitors, they don't need to interrupt you. Let's say you have the in-laws coming in. They want to stay in. This area can suit very well because they have their own visitors over there. More or less like you're renting it out. So someone can this more or less like a one bedroom downstairs. I didn't say it's a one bedroom, more or less like a one bedroom.
Yeah.
So for your visitors, actually, they can just come in and and enjoy the peace and quiet, and also you can enjoy your peace and quiet. This is for the in-laws or when your mom is coming in, and they're also good.
Yeah. At far 180 degrees, you can see the exterior, the front exterior of the house. So it gives you like more probability of viewing your nation. When I say nation, I mean your family. Yeah.
This is quite nice. The nation is quite. I love the appealing story of the nation. Okay, I love the interior. I love the exterior from this side. You also get more or less like you have your balcony on this side, so you have your space to also looking at everything, and then you have trees all around the area. So
it's actually like two layers of the balcony. One on the leading on the upper side of the room, and one on the lower side. Okay. And you're gonna have like the view of the forest, but you're gonna explore as we enter.
So I love the foyer from the outside, if they can say, from the backside. This is just the backside. So this is just the backside, which I love the foyer. I love it very much. This is quite nice. If it was me, I love trees, nature itself. I love it. So you're surrounded by trees all around. The sound of bird chopping every morning, the things are gonna wake you up. So here it's a stress-free zone. Stress-free house, stress-free zone. This is also a smart home. You also get your lift, but before we get there in a moment, let's go inside. Let's see what we have from the inside. And now, this is where luxury gets playful. Unwinding here with friends. Actually, it's going to be very good. Cocktails in hand, music in the background, and a view of your own garden. I love it. This is actually very beautiful. Tell us more about the kitchen.
Yeah, let's talk about the kitchenette.
I love the fact that it's an open plan kitchen with an island. This is, what do you call this one?
This is a marble countertop. Yeah, it comes in with a cooker, with an oven, and with a hood. On my right hand side, you can see the sink.
I love the way. Before we get to the sink, I love the top of the class appliances. This is a Bosch, so actually I can tell the developer didn't spare a coin by giving his tenants of the place is going to have a top of the appliances, top of the class appliances. This is a Bosch. Also, I think this is also Bosch. I love the double sink or sink that comes all the way there. And then I love the cabinetry space. From just here, I can tell you have a lot of space, and this is not even the main kitchen. This is not even the main kitchen. Look at all this space just to put on. So even if you're hosting over here, you're having wine, you can have your own wine cellar just over here. You have your door. You have your place for the fridge over here. So
it's actually a standard size. You can fit in any type of fridge.
Nice. So let's say a 2-door, and then you have extra spaces just out here. And then one thing I love about this entertainment area, the fourth thing, sorry, I keep saying that. The fourth thing about love it, look how the tiles are placed in the kitchen. So on your countertop, it's complemented with the white tiles just right over here. And then you have your socket appliances just for your microwave, for your things. You can always have it over here, just to do your own thing. One thing we didn't come and check it before we go to the laundry area. One thing I realized that before we go, also just in a minute, before we also go to the rooms, in case you have your own, this is for the TV. This is also for the intercom. You have something for the intercom right over there. This is also for your internet. This is also for internet. So over here, you can also host. And even if you have your in-laws, just like I said earlier, you have your in-laws coming in, they can feel well at home. I love the gypsum ceiling, all the way from that one up to the kitchen. And then just a space for your dining area. Even though you're also in your entertainment room, I can use this on entertainment room. You can also have like a small chandelier. Just on one of those quiet dinner, or you want to host your friends, and then no interruption, just to play your music, just as I mentioned earlier. Over here, Mansoor, this is where for your laundry area.
This is the laundry area.
Okay.
Just before you talk about the laundry area, I think we can point out the difference between the laminated floor and the tiles.
The wet area. So the laminated floor is usually just to warm up the house, and then you put the tiles for the wet areas.
Yeah, for the wet areas.
For the kitchen areas, you have your tiles over here. I love the way it also complements with the cabinetry. I love the way it complements also with the kitchen top on the here. This one, what you mentioned? This one.
This one, it's a marble countertop.
Marble countertop. Okay, and also we also have another marble countertop right over here.
Yeah.
So you're telling something about this is where you put your washing machine.
You can place your washing machine here,
or a dishwasher. Then you can have your washing machine and a dryer over there.
Any can do.
Any can do.
Yeah, any can do.
Okay.
And then this is a place where also you can fit in your detergents. Okay. But it also depends with their specifications, the way you want your house.
Taste and preference. Taste and preference is very important for everyone. That's all we got.
Yeah, actually in business, there's a term they use. Yeah, in business, they usually call consumer intent, in taste, preference, and color.
One way.
Yeah.
That was the first one I've heard of it. This is quite nice. It's gonna be a very beautiful house tour. Okay. And then we can also say the floating stairs over here. You can also create a space. This is a space. You can always put like a shoe rack over here. Most guys have seen.
Yeah, shoe rack.
Or just because of the socket, you can have your own just a small cabinetry just over here. Just put either books or bookshelves or something.
Yeah, you can put bookshelf, or you can do a nice wall work here. Yeah, it just depends with you.
Okay, we can have just maybe just to give you ideas, of course, but that is not us. The house is yours. So let's go to the first bedroom. So
just before the bedroom, let's on our left hand side. I think this is it's our first bedroom actually.
Oh, that's the first bedroom. Yeah. Okay.
So at the entrance we have the clock room. Okay. So this is the clock room. Okay. This is the bowel. It's a company called Jam Shield. For you know Jam Shield. It's a nice company. We have here a shower stand with a high pressure shower. I love this room. You have also an AC. You also, just in case you have a TV, also for those who love having a TV in their bedroom, it's plug and play. You have your TV, you have your internet. So just there. So over here is just plug and play. You have your AC around there. And then you have a gypsum just to bring that cozy feeling, that homely feeling, and that warm feeling in the bedroom. And also we have the laminated floor. So this is not tile floor, this is laminated floor. And you have your wardrobe space right over here. But it's not actually a very simple room. So for your visitors, they actually feel at home over here. Yeah, I want us to talk about the bed. You see, like most of the clients usually ask about the bedrooms, which types of beds.
Is it going to fit my 6x6?
6x6
bed. 5x6, okay,
actually,
with the side
this
drawers.
Is more than 6x6. Okay. I think maybe we can talk in terms of king size bed, queen size. Yeah, but the space is really good. Yeah, the developer is very generous.
And also you have a side windows over there. Yeah. So just to allow in the fresh air, and this is quite nice. Most of the rooms usually don't have this one. Most of the visitors' room, they don't have this one. They just live on the AC. On that one, you can see. This one you have a space, or at least, and also I think maybe I can fit here. Maybe when we decide to.
In times of emergency, you can actually escape from here. It can be fire or anything that may pop up. at the event, you can always escape from here.
This is quite nice, eh? Quite nice. But we all know this neighborhood. This is a very quiet and secure neighborhood. So in terms of security, top notch. Let's go to the second bedroom. All the way, come.
This is the second bedroom. I think there's a noticeable thing about this second bedroom. It has a Jack and Jill door that leads you to the clock room.
Yes, exactly. So actually, that's the term I was looking for. Jack and Jill. So let me just close this one as you enter that one. Show them, please, from that side.
So this is the Jack and Jill. What do I mean by Jack and Jill? Jack and Jill door. So Jack and Jill door, it's a door that separates the living room. The living room, that's actually the entertainment area, but you can technically use it as the living room. So it has two doors. So the first doors, it leads you to the washroom, to the clock room, which can also lead you to the entertainment area. And the other door, can lead you to the bedroom.
So for the Jack and Jill, you can always use this one as your powder room. When you have your visitors over here, we can use this one as a powder room.
Yeah.
Okay. As you enter through that door, let me have, you also, I can say this one. Also, you have like a shaving style over here. You apply for the shaving. So as you lead to that one, let me enter through this one.
Let's show you now magic.
Yes. Let's show. Let's go.
I'm actually here. I'm actually here. So now this is the bedroom. As you come in towards the bedroom, you'll notice there's a vanity here. There's a large window there while you're doing your shaving, you're brushing your teeth and everything. So here is it's a seat where you can do your thing. This is a high pressure shower. We have a hand shower, and of course this is a shower stand separated with a glass.
I like the fact that when you close that one over there, we can say that the two rooms are in suite. So you have an entertainment room with the two rooms which in suite. As I close this one over here, then this should be your door. And then the advantage, like I mentioned earlier, one of the advantages about being a visitor, about having my mom over here or having your mom over here, is that the fact that they will enjoy the garden. Plus, they can always walk outside the garden. They have an AC over here, a gypsum ceiling. This is the gypsum ceiling. And then you have right over here, the cabinetry space is also quite good. They considered this one, that's why the space can fit a 6x6 bed. No visitor's bedroom has ever fit a 6x6 bed, but this clearly fits everything and ticks all the boxes. As we go up, but before we go up, tell us more about the stairs. There's a story you want to tell me about the stairs.
So this is a floating stairs. It's botanical name is a cantilevered stairs. So this is actually its botanical name, cantilevered stairs. As we walk up to the stairs, we have a noticeable feature. This is a wall factor staircase. Hands.
I love the wood.
Yeah, actually the wood, you know the beauty about the wood? It gives the illusion that the steps are suspended mid-air without visible support. That's why you're floating.
Yeah, I see I'm floating.
Like all Jesus.
From the cantilever stairs, actually I love the name of that stairs. All the way to this. Look at all this. This is your balcony. This is your balcony. I believe this is where I tell you the specs about the house. This is 9,000 square feet of space, 185 million. This is what you get in Lower Kabete. Look at all that. Look at all those trees. This is actually a very spacious house. Behind me there's a bunch of trees. If you love trees, nature surrounding you all around. You have amenities such as kids play area, you have a swimming pool for the common area, and also you have a gym. The gym is also there. You also have a clubhouse, and also the manager themselves. Yeah, they have an office. This is where you don't say I'm looking for the caretaker. This is the place where you say I'm looking for the manager of the property. As we enter to the living room, Sam, you're here. Let's tell us more about the space. I love the space on this one, right? This is the living room. Before we go to the kitchen, why don't you tell us about the ceiling? I can see here, over here you have your own, what do you call it? This is gypsum, right?
Gypsum. And I love the way they have done the balcony. The lights going everywhere from each corner of the house.
Yes.
Sitting
But
here.
I've noticed that the lights are going all over. What is the corner?
Yeah.
We have like a 6 corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 corners in the house, eh? Not 6. I don't know where the 6 came from.
Actually, the light is very good. That's why even when you're sitting here, you can also get your taking view from every angle of the living room.
It's true, breathtaking view. And then what can we have here? This is what floor is this one? Laminated floor?
Yeah.
This is the laminated floor. So actually, yes, it's truly breathtaking. You'll actually see this stuff from this side. It's truly breathtaking. And then there's no other view coming on that side. And then on the estate, they actually did a very good job that each house is more or less like in a slope. So the only thing you see in your neighbor's house is just the rooftop.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. You only see the rooftop on that side. Okay, so this space is more enough. So you can have your TV over here. So you can list more or less like the TV. These are places for the TV. Do they have a TV room over here?
Yeah, imagine getting this whole space.
This whole space?
Yeah.
What about upstairs?
There's also another TV room.
So we can say this one, we can actually say this one. This is the living room. This is the living room. You have your TV around here, so you can just put over here, and then you have your space for the channel here, over here, and then on this space you can have your own like a dining area.
Yeah.
This is a dining area over here.
There's another dining area which I'm going to later show you.
Oh, in a moment.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. So tell us more. This is the kitchen.
This is our
What can you tell us about the kitchen? This is also the ladies' office.
This is the ladies' office. As you can see, it's semi-open. From that angle, you can see a bit of the kitchen. But from this angle, the person who's cooking here, you can't see them from there. And from the counter, you can notice this is granite. Leave the other one, that one was a marble one. This one, it comes with another aspect. This one is a granite.
So on the entertainment room, they had entertainment room, they had a granite. They had a marble.
Yeah.
The one that Ali Mansour was telling us, they had a marble. So this is the granite countertop. Eh?
Yeah.
I can say this is very durable and long lasting.
Yeah.
And it's also real heat resistant.
Yeah.
One of the advantages about having this one, well, we're not selling a granite, but this is one of the advantages about just having this one. And then it's a unique and natural look. Easy to clean and maintain. So this is quite nice. I feel like I'm advertising Royco, but it's okay. Okay, tell us more about it.
As you can see, as I have told you, this one is very easy to clean. You can be also getting the 6 burner. All of it is electric. You also get another hood. So that the people in your living room, they can't hear anything you're doing, apart from people viewing you from the dining area.
Actually, once you cook over here, when you cook over here, the smell of the food doesn't come all the way to your sofa and everything. So that's the advantage of having a food like this one. So you can cook, and then I love the aspect that, you see, they close this one. This is more or less like a closed kitchen. So the only thing, if you have a visitor sitting on that side, or all of family friends sitting on that side, in case you're hosting, the days you're hosting, and just a short host, they can just come. They won't see whatever you're cooking because they will be all the way far end onto the room, and then you will see from that side. So here you can actually cook in peace. You don't need to worry. I know the open plan kitchen, guys usually hate it because of how it shows what you're cooking, when you're cooking, the model you're using to cook. But that's it. So tell us more. I like the double sink.
Okay, before you go to the double sink,
Okay.
don't worry about the open kitchen because we have another hidden kitchen, but that one's a closed one. You cannot see it from this angle, but you're going to get it.
So we have a wet kitchen.
Yeah.
We have a wet kitchen. This is the dry kitchen.
This is the dry kitchen.
Oh, okay.
So if you like cooking like secretly, no one's viewing you from any angle, we have another kitchen further from this angle. But before you go there, you're also noticing the storage. The storage is plenty. It works for everything. It can act also as your dish rack.
Okay. So it has a plenty of storage space. And then look at this. Come and look at this. One thing I love about this one, let me show you something. One thing I love about this one, just for your utensils. Actually, they have a place where you can place very nicely. You can have your things. It's even labeled. Huh? So just your spoon, just look at this one. Everything is labeled so that just at least to guide you on how you can put your things. And then you can also have extra space over here. So all this is extra space comes with this house.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing else. You don't have to be carrying things. Look at that. Look at all that. Okay, tell us more about your kitchen, so.
As you're noticing here, we have a double sink. It's a steel sink, so it's easy for cleaning and it's also avoid rust. So from this angle, you can view the whole kitchen, and here we have a designated place for your fridge, your double door fridge. It also comes fitted, fully fitted. You have a fridge, you have your oven,
and a microwave.
Yeah.
Okay, at top of the appliances, actually Bosch is one of the best for this one. So this one is truly functional. You can see from that side. Ah, this is quite nice. I love this one. The only thing, does it come with a washing dishwasher? Does it come with a dishwasher by any chance?
No,
Unfortunately, no. Okay, but I love the space. This is quite nice. I love the space that comes with all this one. This is, like we said, this is just the main kitchen. We usually call the dry kitchen. So over here, and then you also have on this side, you can also have your dining area. This is your dining area, all the way here. So remember when I started, when coming in from the balcony, they said you can also have your small dining area as you walk out of this one. So you can choose to have all this, right? You can choose to have all this as your living space. This is your living space. This is your living space. You can always choose to have this one. The only reason why the designated port for the TV or for the internet is on that side, in case you just need to have like an extra or a space for your small dining area, or just a breakfast table. You can have a breakfast table over here, and then you can have a dining area all the way all the way. This guy was generous in space. This is quite nice. And then you can see all this over here. And then you have your space over here. You can have your two bathrooms over here. Yeah. You know that house in the housing committee? They have bathrooms just around here. Just so we can do. So for dinner, let's say for dinner. So for dinner you can always start all the way up here. And then you can enjoy your dinner. You can always enjoy your dinner as you look at the view. This is an extra star for this house. Reason being, you can always walk out just when you pick up your calls, or you want to talk privately, or you want to pop up for a smoke. You can always come outside.
You can always place like another set around here.
Yeah, just for the children.
Yeah, for the children. You can be taking your hot coffee here. When it's raining, you can be enjoying the views and the weather. So the space isn't a problem when you come to this.
You know what I said? This is a place where you wake up in the morning by the sound of birds chopping. This is also a place where you enjoy your breakfast and also you listen to the birds chopping. Right?
Actually, if you are a lover of nature, I think it's the best thing for you.
Ah, okay. Now let's go to the bird kitchen. This is the bird kitchen, right? Over here. And then remember, the tiles are put on the. This is the tiles. The tiles are put on the. This is the laminated floor. The which areas have a tile. So that's one of class. And then we can go all the way from this side. Now this is your dry kitchen. Okay. For the dry kitchen, everything comes in-house the way it comes like this. It comes with only the fridge that you saw on the main kitchen, which is a double door fridge. So you have a space for your fridge over here, a double-sized door for your fridge or anything. It has you have your washing machine, and also you have your dryer. And then again, the sink, the double sink. I love this one. The reason why I love this one, it gives you space to do your own washing. And we all know in Kenya you're told that vyombo chafu pande hii, vyombo vingine pande hii. Yes, that's the way it is anyway. Tell us more. And then it also comes with a burner and also with a hood. Top of the class appliances.
And from your back, we also get another oven. So it's ideal for everything. So you can just ignore the open kitchen. You can be using this kitchen. And from this other end, you get your pantry.
Actually, most of the time, guys usually ignore that kitchen. That kitchen usually ignore.
Yeah.
So just for the small thing, for the small breakfast, usually
we can use the first kitchen.
The first kitchen. Yeah. So we can use it when you want to have your breakfast, or you just warm up your coffee and everything. You can use that one. And then this one has the wet kitchen. You can also. And then I love the space the way they can do it. They've done very nicely with the space. What do you call this floor? What do you call this one? This is the granite.
This is the granite.
This is the granite or kitchen top, right? So you have that one, and then you have spaces all over. So you don't need like a pantry. You don't need like a pantry in here. You just have all these spaces that comes with this one over here. Okay, and then the lighting is perfect. It's very highly placed, and then this can be also easy just to clean, just like what I mentioned. Yeah, this is the granite. One of the advantages about this one. This is quite nice. And then you can also use this one as an exit door in case you come up with the shopping. This can be the exit door.
The moment it's closed, but at least from the other end.
Okay. And the other thing I like is the way they place the windows. It's quite nice. The way you place the windows, just to allow the fresh air to come in. And then this is quite nice when you're cooking, when you just want the air to come out. You can always open up on this one. So you have 4 layers of it. So this brings are quite nice. This is actually very good. And then right over here, you also have extra windows. Just over here. And then you know this is truly a dining area. This is truly a dining area. So you can also have a space when you're eating or allow space to come in. You can always close this one. Let's say on those chilly days. On those chilly days or rainy days, you can always close this one and open this, so this will allow the fresh air to come in. And then I love the windows. I noticed every house in this place has a security system. Tell us more about the security system.
Actually, the security system is not that in this area you have the security system. Actually, it's just to keep you more safe. Yeah.
Okay. So in case of breaking, you can always be alarmed. So you can always be alarmed. Once you lock in, you can always act. It's very sensitive. So this is one of the stars we can also add to this house. So far we have like 6 or 7 stars alone going here, and then you can always have a TV pot. I don't know who would put a TV pot. Oh yeah, in case you're feeding the young ones. Cocomelon. This is comes in handy for in case of cocomelon. Yeah, cocomelon. Then you have your chandelier. So everything is just here, just plug and play. Everything is placed in a way that you want, in a manner that you would love and want. Let's explore. Show us more.
Let me show you the lift. Actually, when you're entering into the main door, that's from upstairs. You get your lift from here. You have a small floor here and another.
So before we do that, so this lift only reaches this floor. This is the last floor for this lift.
Yeah, actually, it's a 3-story building.
3-story building.
Yeah.
I like that one. The last time we saw a 3-story building was in Karen. When we were doing the house in Karen, the one was going for about 130, 110 million. So that one didn't have a lift. So advantage about this one has a lift. This is a standard lift. And in case of any power outage, the lift will always stand over here and open up. In case of anything, so you don't have to get stuck in. It can fit about 4 people. Unfortunately, because of maintenance, in the middle of maintenance that we cannot see. And then just like any other living room, you can always open up. You come straight to your powder room. This is your powder room, right, sir?
Yeah. Actually, before you go to the powder room, from this angle, you can notice that there's a bit of more light.
See-through sunlight glass, right over there. It's actually an open space. It's actually very beautiful. I love this one. From here you cannot tell it's a 3-story building.
But from this angle you can now you're able to notice there's other floors apart from this area.
Yes, so and then the sunlight is actually quite nice.
Yeah, you don't
so
need to switch
flex
on the
down.
lights. Yeah.
You don't need to switch on the lights. Okay.
Yeah. You can just see the powder room.
This is the powder room. Actually quite simple. It's quite simple. Nothing about it. Just a simple powder room over here. So I like the fact that it's actually straight from the lift. Because most of the guys coming in are going to use your lift, coming straight in, and then this over here. And then one thing you'll notice, very simple and very easy about it, you'll notice the fact that, look at all this. This is quite nice when you close in. You're going to love this one. And then you see the echo. The echo brings that the room is a bit, it's roomy, and also it actually acts like a soundproof from outside. Okay, and then you just right over here, you have your simple your hands right over here. I love the space. They really maintain the space very nicely. Okay.
And then directly from your lift, the right side now the part which leads you to our living room. Then from another right, this is another staircase that leads you to our spacious TV room.
Up there. So we go to the main. We use it as the family room.
Yeah, this is the family room.
We go to the main family room.
Yeah, the main family room.
And here we are. The famous family room. You always keep saying. And then before we get to the family room, one thing I love, you see when you're coming up, straight up, I love the fact that we're met with all the storage space.
Yeah, extra storage.
Extra storage. This is extra storage. So, and then it comes in appropriate way. Actually, this is where your duct tapes, the Wi-Fi, the wires. So behind the storage, there's life. Behind the storage is life. All the wires you see, all the wires will pass through for your CCTV, for your DSTV. So this is the place to be. They actually place it very nicely. So you don't have any wires floating in. You don't have any wires floating in or hanging around.
Actually, don't have any visible wire.
Any visible. That's a plus.
That's a plus.
And then just coming from straight from the parking lot. If I'm from work tired, I want first of all to freshen up before I meet the family, and at least just take a shower and from the bad mood that I may have for the day, the traffic and all that. So the lift, the first step they come, the lift, the first place it will come, it is the bedrooms.
Yeah.
Okay, and also this is where the family room is. That is the second advantage about this place. So from the parking lot, you come in from the lift, the family entertainment area. You have your family entertainment area, so you can always choose to freshen up on this space. So this is all space. This is the family space.
This is the family space.
Okay.
Actually, here I think you can fit to 8 to 7 seater. The wall is also spacious. You can fit 100-inch screen. So you can, all of their family members actually can gather here. There's no need to go downstairs. If maybe you have a meeting or something else, you can always have the discussion in your family room.
Okay.
In your family room, there's also.
If you ask me before we get anywhere, if you ask me, I would prefer. I'll put my TV on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah, the TV. I wish they would have done. They would have done the cabling and the lighting on this side. It would have been very nice and actually very nice instead of that side, okay? But the plus side of this one, that advantage, at least now you have your windows just right over here. So you tell us more about that small room.
This small room, actually, it should act as your